everyone, Eternia here, and today guys, we're going to be talking about Illustrated Vivi. I don't normally make videos about specific medals, but considering how useful Illustrated Vivi is, and considering I haven't been uploading recently, I wanted to go ahead and make a video. So, Illustrated Vivi raises strength by 3 tiers for 3 attacks, raises attribute strength by 3 tiers for 3 attacks, and restores 5 gauges. So you can see how useful this medal is. If you can afford VIP, I highly recommend you do so. Get it this week, get Illustrated Vivi. You don't need to get both weeks. Just so long as you get one of the weeks, whether it's this week or next week, this medal is great, and you don't need extra attack on it to make it very, very useful. And yes, extra attack could be useful. Could being the key word there. The reason why I say could is because if you get extra attack on this guy, basically, you're eating up one of your turns buffing again. So, it would only be really useful on your last medal. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So, this is currently my power setup for AoE medals, basically. And before you ask, yes, I know that I already have way more than enough attack buffs on here, but my Vanitas, he actually has aerial damage defense minus 60, and that has been super useful for us. So I've just been using him as an attack medal here, so that's why I have some extra attack here. But regardless, right now with the way that I have Vivi on here, he is buffing Vanitas and my Illustrated Riku B. Now, if my Vivi here had extra attack, I would have to put Vivi here. That way it would buff my Riku by ×6. Because otherwise, what it would do if you had extra attack and you used it here, it would only buff Vanitas ×6 attack, 6 attribute attack. And then when it gets to Riku, it would only be ×3. And the reason for that is because it's only for 3 attacks, guys. Which means that if you buff again with extra attack, you're losing one of those attacks. So, that's why I say extra attack might be useful. It really just depends on the situation. For me, personally, Vivi is actually pretty good without extra attack. Because in my setups, I really don't have a buffer medal with extra attack. For example, Illustrated Belle and Beast, nothing. Vanitas, nothing. The only medal that I have extra attack on, okay, let me get rid of that, would be my Pooh and Piglet. It has extra attack, so that gives me a ×4 buff. And depending on the enemies, I actually will use Pooh and Piglet. But what Vivi has allowed me to do... Let me see if I have some of my old setups here. Okay, so this is one of my other setups that I usually go to. It usually requires Illustrated KH2 Kairi. But because I have Vivi, I can pull Kairi off. And also because Vivi is a ×3 attack buffer, I can take off one of my attack buffers on other Keyblades. For example, if you look at my Sleeping Lion Keyblade, I have Illustrated Belle and Beast and Pooh and Piglet to make ×7 attack up, since my Pooh and Piglet have extra attack. But because of Vivi, I can pull off either Illustrated Belle and Beast or Poon Piglet, depending on if the enemies have buffs or not. And I can stick other medals on there that I wasn't able to before. For example, my Dark Riku that has extra attack. So it's really nice to be able to do something to have defense lowering abilities, because currently in my setups I really didn't have that, and I basically have to rely on like ground enemy defense or aerial enemy defense. So that's kind of why it's really nice to have Illustrated Vivi, because in most scenarios you can take off your Cage 2 Illustrated Kairi, you can take off whatever extra attack buffers you have, and it makes your setups a lot stronger. So that's why Illustrated Vivi is so useful. And honestly, this little guy has carried me further in Coliseum than I have been in a while, so thank you, Illustrated Vivi. But anyway, guys, I just kind of wanted to give you guys an overview on how useful Illustrated Vivi can be for your Keyblade setups. So, thank you so much for watching, and take care. Bye!